What's up everyone? As I said in my last video, this Monday I had my introduction day at the university, and in this video I'm going to be telling you all about it. So this Monday I went to the University of Amsterdam for the introduction day of my study, which when I translated is called Educational Sciences, and overall I can already tell you that it was really fun, and I'm honestly very excited to get started when the school year actually get started this coming Monday. I arrived at the introduction day a bit early, as I always do, because I hate being late, as I described in my last video. And even though I had already been to the campus before, I needed to find a classroom where I had never been before, so I didn't really know how to get there. When you could use the stairs, it was really obvious because it was just next to the stairs, but since I went in my wheelchair, I needed to find the right elevator, and the elevator that I found first didn't go to the floor that I needed to go to, so then I went back to the help desk and asked them which elevator I needed to take, and they showed me, so then I found the right classroom, and at least that stress was over. And then the next stress point began, because I wheeled myself into the room where everybody was waiting, and it seemed like there were about 30 or 40 people, from which like 75% already seemed to know each other, and I was like, what did I miss? How did these guys meet? But I did see two people that I recognized from the matching day, but I was too nervous to actually talk to them. So for the next 20 minutes in my head, I would just say to myself, come on, just talk to them, just say something, you can do it, come on, just talk to them, just talk to them. And after 20 minutes, I finally got the courage to actually start talking to them. And then my nerves immediately relaxed because it was a fun conversation. They were nice people, and yeah, we were just talking about everything and nothing. And then it also turned out that the people at the tables who already seemed to know everyone weren't actually the people we needed to be with. I still don't really understand how that went, but all of a sudden they were all leaving, and then it was just us, and then a whole bunch of new people came in who I also didn't know, and then all of a sudden everybody went away again and went downstairs. And me and the girl that I already knew from matching day went with the elevator, because I'm always a bit scared that when I'm the only one using the elevator that I won't be able to find the group that I need to find, because that has happened before. So it was really nice of her to volunteer to go with me. Then we needed to stand in line. We were divided into small groups, and we basically got an introduction from the study itself first. We first got an introduction from two teachers, I believe, then an introduction from a study advisor, and then three separate introductions from, I don't really know how to call them, but the only way I know how to describe them is kind of like extracurricular groups. And for the first time in my life, I actually found some of that interesting, because usually, especially with my low energy reserve, I'm like, I'll just do school, and anything else beyond that is too much effort for me, at least. All the positives don't really weigh up with the negatives, but this time I actually really liked all three of the options. So once I've gotten used to university life a little bit, I will definitely be looking into joining those groups. Yeah, after those introductions, we went with our own little group, and that group turned out to be our mentor group. Our mentor group turned out to be the same group as we will have for our work groups, which is where you basically dive deeper into the materials that you're taught during the lectures. So yeah, we went to a classroom with that group, then had another kind of introduction activity, learned a little bit more about the study itself again, and then just started talking to each other and just had a good time. After that, we were offered something to drink and to eat, and just got a little break. After we had something to drink and to eat and our break was over, we also got a tour of two of some of the most important buildings, and once that was done, we could go home again. So yeah, the introduction day itself was already really fun and well organized in my opinion. But the thing that made it really great was just the people from my class. I've never had a class before where you like everyone, and of course I don't know everyone that well yet, but everyone seemed so nice, and it just really made me excited to get started with the actual study this coming week. And one other thing that we learned during the introduction day is that we already need to prepare stuff for our first classes, which is something that we're new to, because at least at high school it's like your first classes are a bit of introduction with your teacher and then you slowly get back into work. But now I need to read, I believe, a total of 4 or 5 articles already, read another 50 pages from different books, and already do 2 assignments, and that's before even one class has started. So I've slowly been getting to work on that. But when that was said, it really sunk in, like, okay, this is really going to be a whole different thing than high school, because as I said, with high school you don't have to prepare anything from your first days, at least not where I'm from. So yeah, it was a bit of a shock to have to prepare that, but at the same time it's kind of logical, since our classes are like 2 hours now. Having an introduction the first day of 2 hours wouldn't be really necessary and a bit of a waste of time. So yeah, as I said, I've started working on those preparations, and yeah, it's just really clear how much of another level university is compared to high school. So that was basically a short recall of how my day went. Once again, this is both for documentation for my future self, and hopefully someone out there finds value in these videos. So yeah, as I said, that was it for this video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more of my videos, please consider subscribing. And with that being said, I hope to see you in next week's video.